Imagine being a nomadic ruler governing a Central Asian region where the majority of the population were sedentary and belonged to different ethnic groups than your own. On top of that, most of your subjects were of different religions, primarily Muslims, with a minority of Nestorian Christians and Tengriism. This was precisely what the Khitan people faced when they ruled over a region with populations that included Persians, Turks, and Mongols. However, instead of assimilating into local cultures or converting into the local religions in order to ensure empire stability, the Khitan people stayed nomadic, adopted a Chinese administration that is totally foreign to the locals, and they spoke Chinese as the main administrative language, even though the empire has almost no Han Chinese population. This Central Asian empire is known as the Qara Khitai, or Western Liao Dynasty. It's a nomadic but sinicized kingdom that the contemporary Muslim and Western writers often confused with China proper, which in that time was represented by the Song Dynasty. In fact, it was this Qara Khitai empire that gave China the medieval Latin name of Cathay that is still being used today. After the collapse of the Chinese Tang Dynasty, a bunch of nomadic tribes from the north grabbed up what was left and established multiple sinicized states. Chief among them were the Khitan people, a Mongolic tribe that practiced shamanism and skilled in metallurgy. They founded the Liao Dynasty that ruled over the northern China region. Upon establishing the Liao Dynasty, Khitan people adopted many aspects of Chinese culture and governance, leading to a sinicized state that blended nomadic and sedentary traditions. Eventually, the Liao Dynasty were invaded by another group of nomads, the Jurchen people, who overthrew the Khitan Liao and established the Jin Dynasty. In a desperate moment, one of the Khitan princes, named Yelu Dashi, led his small group of followers to the west and in a rather remarkable turn of event, defeated the Seljuk Turks in the decisive Battle of Katwan and founded the Qara Khitai Empire that spans a large swath of Central Asia, including parts of present-day Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and China's Xinjiang province. Yelu Dashi's victory over the Seljuk Turks may have even inspired the legend of Prester John. So what are the characteristics of this Qara Khitai Empire? Well, most importantly, they maintain Chinese trappings in their administrative practices. Despite ruling over a predominantly Muslim and multi-ethnic population in Central Asia, where there is almost no Han Chinese population, the Qara Khitai kept the Chinese bureaucratic system they were accustomed to from their origins in the Liao Dynasty. The emperor used Chinese temple names, retained the use of the Chinese calendar, circulated Chinese coins, and spoke Chinese as their administrative language. In fact, thanks to Qara Khitai, China was known in the medieval West as Cathay until the 20th century, a usage derived from the Latin name for Khitai. Even today, we still use the term Cathay in entities such as Cathay Pacific Airline, Cathay Bank, and the Cathay Hotel. Names derived from Khitai are still used in some languages, such as Russian, Bulgarian, Uzbek, and Mongolian. Also, they never abandoned their own nomadic culture, despite the fact that they were ruling over a predominantly sedentary population. They wore traditional Khitan attire and practiced their native rituals, which they inherited from Liao. The ruling elites of Qara Khitai also maintained their marriages within or between the clans and seldom intermarried with the local Turkic people. Up to this point, you might be wondering, why would a nomadic tribe cling to foreign administrative practices in a land far from their origin? The most compelling reason, I believe, lies in their longing to restore their former kingdom. Remember that the Qara Khitai were established by remnants of the Liao Dynasty, whose leaders aspired to reclaim their former estate, a region with a significant Han Chinese population. Maintaining a sinicized administration was a part of their strategies to preserve their legitimate claim to northern China, notwithstanding the fact that their rival Jurchen Jin Dynasty was also sinicized. Indeed, the Qara Khitai Empire launched several campaigns against the Jin Dynasty to retake northern China, but all were unsuccessful. Ultimately, the Qara Khitai were absorbed into the nascent Mongol Empire under Genghis Khan, and the Khitan people were largely assimilated into the local populations. Yet they are remembered today as the only nomadic group in history to lend their name to one of the world's oldest civilizations, a civilization that once regarded them as barbarians. Thanks for watching this video, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it thus far.